What's going on, sports fans? It's your boy, the Sports Reporter Without Pay, coming at you with an NFL Week 4 recap and a quarter season review. Before I get started, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell, join the notification gang so you can get alerted when any up-to-date content comes out. Without further ado, we're going to jump right into it. Not a whole lot of exciting things happened in Week 4, but there was a game that we was all looking forward to. Arizona Cardinals 3-0, Los Angeles Rams 3-0. Kyler Murray, Matt Stafford both putting up MVP campaigns. These boys battling for their division crown as well as the NFC supremacy. Let's jump right into the game of the week. So we're going to jump right into it. We picked this game up in the first quarter. Kyler Murray doing what Kyler Murray do. Hit DeAndre Hopkins for a huge gain down the field. And then as we keep moving on in the game, a couple of plays later, we see him hitting A.J. Green with a bomb for a touchdown. This is one of them games at the end, the score wasn't close, but it was actually closer than what the game was. Like what you're seeing right now, these couple of plays I'm showing with Kyler Murray, this is a microcosm of what the entire game looked like. He just carved the Rams up. He just put his wheel on the game. This is him right here extending the play. That was a third down play where the Rams have an opportunity to get them off the field. Kyler Murray extends the play, gets the first down. Setting up this play right here, shotgun. You got to respect Kyler Murray. When they're doing the RPO, Edmonds gets a nice little gain, which sets up what's going to be Kyler Murray's second touchdown. Drops back in the shotgun, right down the seam. Kyler Murray played a phenomenal, he almost played a perfect game. A perfect game. That's him getting his second touchdown pass of the game. And then, man, like this play right here, this is what I think was the play of the game. This right here kind of sums up what the whole game was like. 3rd and 16, you thinking we got him. Kyler Murray had other plans. Got it with his feet. Listen, like I said, Kyler Murray just imposed his will on this game. That set up this touchdown right here by James Conner. The score was, what, 21-13 at one point, and then Arizona just kept going, never took their foot off the gas. Here's Kyler Murray again, extending the play with his feet. Again, that kind of sums up what the whole game looked like. The Los Angeles Rams led 10-7, and then the Cardinals went on a 30-3 run. Again, this game wasn't as close. It's a 17-point game, but it felt like a 25-30 point blowout. Arizona Cardinals just again imposed their will. They dog walked the Rams. Kyler Murray, Jesus Christ. Perfect segue into our peak performers of the week. And we're going to start off with Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray goes 24 for 32, 268 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was rushing, he was making plays, he was picking up first downs, imposed his will, and then again he won the matchup. 3-0 teams, only undefeated team left in the league. Kyler Murray, my first peak performer. Let's move on. Danny Dimes had himself a game. 28 for 40, 402 yards. 2 touchdowns. Most importantly, overtime, drives his team down the field. Gets New York Giants their first win of the season over the New Orleans Saints. Shout out Danny Dimes doing his thing. And Ezekiel Elliott absolutely had his way. 20 carries, 143 yards and a touchdown. He got busy against the Carolina Panthers. For all the talk about do Zeke still have it, he's showing people he got a whole lot left in the tank. Zeke again out there getting busy. He was letting them boys know what's up. 11 receptions, 186 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Like Tyreek Hill is the type of player where you see this and it's not even shocking, but it's ridiculous how this guy is so explosive, man. He can just turn a small play into a big play, and then you see stat lines like this. And when you see 11, 186, and 3, and it's Tyreek Hill, it's just like, oh, well, he would have been my number 1 peak performer of the week if not for his teammate. The best quarterback in football out there just having his way, toying with people. 24 for 30, 278, and 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns, Mahomes? Come on, bro. Jesus Christ. Mahomes, my number 1 peak performer of the week. So, with 4 weeks in the book, we know we on a 17-game schedule, but 4 weeks is good enough for us to jump into a quarter season review. First thing the Sports Reporter Without Pay gonna look at, we're gonna look at some surprise and disappointing teams. Let's get it. No, this is not an Arizona Cardinals channel. No, the Sports Reporter Without Pay is not an Arizona Cardinals fan, but you got to give credit where it's due. Who thought they would be this good? We knew they were solid last year. Maybe could even make a case for a playoff team this year. That's why everybody says the NFC West is the toughest division in football. But the Arizona Cardinals, only undefeated team left in football. Offense is playing just super explosive. That's my number one surprising team. But I got a couple more for y'all. Who would have thunk before the season start? Who would have thunk that 4 weeks in that the Cincinnati Bengals would be sitting atop the AFC North? Who would have thunk that 4 weeks into the season the Denver Broncos would be sitting ahead of the Kansas City Chiefs? Who would have thunk the Carolina Panthers would be sitting at 3-1 under their new quarterback 4 weeks into the season? Don't know how long it'll last. We don't know if it's fool's gold, but for right now, all three of these teams are playing great football. They're sitting at 3-1. Hope they can keep it up. Shout out to all three of them. And we're going to move right into our biggest disappointments. Pittsburgh, what are you doing? Like, the Pittsburgh Steelers looked like a decent football team last year, but a lot of people said it was fool's gold. They said they had a soft schedule. Maybe that was the case. We're going to get to a specific player on that team a little later. And the Tennessee Titans, 2-2, nothing to be that upset about. Probably still going to win your division. But the New York Jets, you go out and lose to the New York, after you load managing players, your two best receivers sit the game out and people say, are they really hurt or are they just sitting because it's the Jets? Well, if they were sitting just because it's the Jets, it really backfired. You lost to the New York, Jesus Christ. Come on, Tennessee, do better. And it might not be disappointing to you, but my biggest disappointment, and this is the fan in me. I said before the season that the most exciting thing about the Detroit Lions season was going to be our new coaches, like Dan Campbell's interviews. I said he's going to go viral. He's going to say something crazy, like we were going to get one of those, they are who we thought they were moments, or the you play to win the game. You know those interviews, those post-game like press conferences that we remember. Dan Campbell's going to have one of those. But I had us at about 4-17. But we are the Detroit Lions. We find a way to lose week 1. We're getting dog walked by San Francisco, but we push back in just to let the fans down again. Then we figure out a way. Week 2, we just got abused by Green Bay. And then we figure out a way to give the game away with a little bit of help from the refs to the Ravens. And then only the Detroit Lions could make Justin Fields look like he was comfortable. Like they made him look like he was a formidable quarterback. Not to say he's not going to be good, but we saw last week like he looked very uncomfortable. He looked like he had the rookie jitters. No, not against us. He looked like a seasoned vet out there against the Detroit Lions. Come on, Detroit. Jesus Christ. And now we're going to jump into which individual players have either surprised or disappointed us in the first quarter of the season. We're going to jump right into my disappointing player. Yes, you should. You should be sitting right there with your head down, looking sad and looking sorry. Because that's exactly how you looking on the field. I got friends that's Pittsburgh Steelers fans. I took up for you. I vouched for you. I told them it was the offensive line fault. I told them it was Juju Smith-Schuster's fault. I said he can't get open. I said the line can't block. But you, sir, are out there moving like you got molasses. You're moving like your feet is in quicksand. I don't know what the problem. I don't know if you don't want to be there no more. I don't know if it's time for Pittsburgh to move on. But you, sir, have been absolutely disappointing the first quarter of the season. The numbers look okay, but when you really watch, sir, you are looking pathetic right now. I don't have a second disappointing player. It's all on you. Big Ben Roethlisberger, sir, it is all on you. You have disappointed so far. Do better. Whew. Felt good. Had to tell him how I really felt. But that's my only disappointing player. We're going to move on to a couple of surprises. Congratulations to you, sir. Chad Pennington, Mark Sanchez, Geno Smith, Josh McCown. This could have been you. Like, that could have been your life. Zach Wilson has now taken your place, and it will be his life until he get out of there. Thankfully, you got out of there. The New York Jets is the places where quarterbacks' careers go to die. We now see you can actually play football, sir. They talked so bad about you for the past couple of years. They thought you couldn't play. They said you was going to be a bust, and look at you now. You are proving a lot of people wrong, sir. Keep up the good work, because you are surprising the hell out of me, sir. Job well done. And sports fans, if I were to ask you right now, without the aid of Google, without looking at your phone, don't go to ESPN, don't go to Football Reference, who's leading the NFL in receiving yards right now? Don't go look. Wait for it. Sir, when did you start playing like that? Listen, from now on, that's how you play. From now on, this is how you go out and play football. Deebo Samuel, sir, you are leading the NFL in receiving. Who saw this coming? With Jimmy G as your quarterback? No, it's like Jimmy G, but he ain't Jimmy G ain't special. You, sir, are balling your tail off. Looking good. Hope you can keep it up. Small sample size, but hey, everybody else done played 4 games too. And you the only one leading the league in receiving. Shout out to you, sir. Job well done. Keep up the good work. Last but not least, we're going to jump into the sports reporters without pay. Defensive Player of the Year, MVP candidate for the first quarter of the season. Defensive Player of the Year, oh, this was an easy choice. Last season, Myles Garrett had 13 quarterback hits. No, he had 18 quarterback hits last year. Right now, 4 games in, he has 13. Last year, he had 12 sacks in the whole season. Right now, he has 6. Last year, he had 10 tackles for loss. Right now, 4 games in, he has 7. Leading the league in sacks, leading the league in tackles for loss. Out there imposing his will, terrorizing quarterbacks, terrorizing running backs. Myles Garrett is playing at an extremely high level. And through the first quarter of the season, he's my Defensive Player of the Year. And the MVP was an absolute no-brainer. Kyler Murray is playing out of this world right now. Only undefeated team left in the league, and he is 100% the catalyst for his team's success. He's not along for the ride. He's not a game manager. He's beating people with his feet. He's beating people with his arm. He's completing his passes at a high percentage. He's doing everything. He is playing the quarterback position right now better than anybody not named Patrick Mahomes. Like Kyler Murray, right now, could make a case as the second best quarterback in the NFL. How he's playing right now. Is that a reach? Is it a stretch? Who knows? But how he's playing right now, 4 weeks in, easily the front runner for MVP. He keep this up and he gonna run away with the award. That concludes my quarter season review. Listen, don't be afraid to jump in those comments and tell me how wrong you think I was. Don't be afraid to tell me you agreed too. Like I said, if you haven't already, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be alerted when new content comes out, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.